ba do boo ba do da do ba do da do da ba da 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 ba da. Yeah. Hey, welcome to the Galactic Seabass channel. My name is Sebastian. Welcome. I am your host now, forever and always, of this little guy. Welcome to podcast 30. We made it to the 30th episode, ladies and gentlemen. 30 episodes, just as I have reached 30 years here on this planet. Holy cow. Is that a plane overhead? I do believe it is. Let's go ahead and get this episode rolling. Cheers, everybody. This episode is brought to you by Liquid Death and OB Hardware. Rock and roll, drink water, and build stuff. All right. Rock and roll, everybody. Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the podcast. My name is Sebastian. If this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button below. You know the drill. You know the YouTube spiel, spantic. Hit the like button, subscribe. Send me questions in the chat box. Let me know what is on your mind. I want to answer all the cool thingamajiggies that you may be cooking up in that brain of yours, friend. Oh boy, let's go ahead and get this episode on the road. It is a good day. We are here. We are live here at Ocean Beach, California. My name is Sebastian, and this is another Thursday. Well, this is the very first Friday episode because yesterday was pretty frantic. We were running around all day. I was trying to meet this quota with my job, which was dang near impossible. Wanted me to do 65 rides between Monday and Thursday. I worked as much as I could, Monday to Thursday, all the hours, and by midnight last night I was at 47 rides. So I'd still have 18 to do in 5 hours, and that's doesn't go into an exact denomination, but it just probably wouldn't work, because on average I do maybe 3 rides an hour at the most, because you gotta go pick them up and you have to drop them off, and they're not usually right next to you, so it usually takes about 20 minutes a ride. So if it's a perfect night where it's just ride, because there's lots of times where it's just intermittent amounts of time when you're not working, then at that point you could still only do maybe 3-4 an hour, and that's rare. To have the people that don't really want to walk home and they just want to go a few blocks. Typically, they're going far. So it's about quantity over quality, and it's frustrating. So I worked as hard as I could, and then I was just done. I couldn't do it. So the whole bonus was only $145 too, if you do all the 65 rides. So next week, they want you to do 100 rides from Monday to Thursday, and it's not possible. There's no way to do that many rides. If there's anybody who's done it, I would love to know how you did it, because it seems illegal, doesn't make any sense, and it doesn't really seem very fair to the people that are doing the hard work and getting the people where they need to go. I've been doing this job a long time, 6.5 years at this point. I just hit 4,500 rides last night. It's a lot of people, it's a lot of humans, a lot of time, a lot of interaction, and the company is taking 65% of whatever you pay for the ride, and I only make $35. So if you pay $10, I get that Loch Ness Monster special where I get Tree Fitty, and it's not very cool at all. It's crazy. We do have our first comment in the thingamajiggy. Happy birthday from Josh Will Travel. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Galactic Seabass podcast. Yeah, it's nuts, man. So the thing is, I keep 100% of all tips when people get in the car with me, and I really try to go all out. I literally keep this mic in the car all the time. It's a little placebo mic, and I can just do my little bits, and if it works in the car, the acoustics are great. It's a little 5-seater theater, but if I bomb in the car, the acoustics are great, and it's very silent, and it's just one of those things, like if I'm bombing, you're stuck with me, and you get to write a review immediately after. Just one of those things. His driving was okay, but his material was dog poop. Oh man, I don't want to get demonetized, so I didn't swear, but it's all good. Hi, Ollie boy. I love you. I love you so much, pal. He's just making himself comfy on the couch over there. I love my little dog. So, the question from Josh Well Travels is, when are we going to Texas? That is a great question, and I will answer that right now. After these messages. Okay, back from these messages. Anyway, so we have tickets to Kill Tony on December 30th and December 31st at the HEB Center in Austin, Texas, for the chance to do 60 seconds of stand-up and, do an interview in front of a live panel in front of an audience inside an arena. So, holy cow, yeah, I've been prepping for that every day, just trying to put my minute together. I was talking to somebody pretty recently about the fact that when I do my dad jokes, they sort of stem from this laugh that's like, aw, ha ha ha. And I just want to come out swinging with a ha ha ha. And there's without any contingency or holds back. And there's a plan, so cheers, let's get today going. Yeah, it's just about, you have 60 seconds, right? You can only do a couple jokes in that time frame. So what you want is jokes that have lots of packed taglines. So, in theory, if you're watching this as my subscriber, I'll give you a little preview into what I would probably say, because I think I would go with a classic joke that's just funny, and then I would move into the dad jokes that are a little more dark, but they're strong. So let's go ahead and I want to try out a little test here on the show. So let's find the stopwatch. Where's the clock? Come on, dude. Are you serious? Where's the watch? How do you use a phone? Gosh, this is so hard. I'm such an old man. Okay. Clock. Clock. There we go. All right, reset. So, let's see if this works. Introducing Sebastian, the Kill Tony premiere of Sebastian Fowler. Hi, everybody. I was hanging out with a lady a few weeks ago, a real lady, believe it or not, and she wanted to watch a horror movie, so I put on Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. You might be thinking it's not very scary, but here's the thing, she's a vegan. I messed her up, man, it's a spicy meatball. She's a dead. Yeah, a little bit about me, I'm a bit of a pothead, or a pothied, if you will. Like to smoke every once in an hour. I think I get it from my dad. My dad was like the biggest stoner of all time, but he actually gave up smoking. To be fair, he gave up breathing. Yeah, he went from super dad to super dead. People love dad jokes. They always get so weird about dead dad jokes. It's like there's this fine line. My dad crossed it. And he was 5'9". I always wanted to be 6 foot. Be careful what you wish for. Oh, okay, that was 52 seconds. See, so in theory, like, I could probably, there's gonna be laughs in between that time frame too. So it's like that was a solid. Like I think if I bailed out, let's see, it's hard to like identify. Yeah, like basically the vegan joke is fun. It's like 20 seconds. And then just kind of try to cram in as many. Like I have so many tags for the dad stuff. I think I have like 13 different jokes that I can do in that little spectrum of time. Because there's a funeral joke that's like its own thing, and then I have just like the like I'm a pothead, and that turns into like my dad with a bunch of tags that go down the line. So besides the ones that like he's 5'9" and he's 6 foot. Don't worry, that whole thing was a test, to see if you guys are cool, and you are cool. I mean, he's ice cold, but you're cool, like, so that's an extra one, just boom, like, throw that in, and then, did we forget anything? Yeah, see, like, on the spot, it's kind of like, comedy's weird in that regard, where you have to kind of have all this stuff at the back of your head, sort of ready to go. And yeah, we just hope. Like, I mean, I hope I get the chance to get on the thing. I have to get pulled out of the bucket out of like 13. There's 13 people out of 500 people that are going to get picked, and so the chances of me actually getting my name drawn are very minuscule. But the only chance for me to get on that show is for me to drive my booty to Texas and sit there and wait my turn. If God is willing to grant me the opportunity to get on that stage, then I'm just trying to manifest it and believe in myself and just think, if the opportunity strikes, I want to be ready. And I don't want to be one of these people that go up and, I thought this would just be fun. I thought it was cool. I'm like, I'm here and just get on the show, make a fool of myself in front of the world. Like, no, I want to showcase what I can do. This is like a shot. It's an opportunity. It's a real, possibility. And I want to try my best. I want to give it my all, like a solid go. It's the only way to do it, So there's a lot of people here in the city that don't believe in me, and like, it's fine. I believe in me though. So let's do this, baby. So we're heading out to Texas end of December. Should be pretty cool. I don't really have too much time to spend out there. It'll probably just be for those dates. At the same time, like, I'm excited for the opportunity to just be there and put my name in that bucket and just hope for the best. You never know. There's a chance. And I'd love to be able to have my little scream echo off of the walls of the arena when I get picked, because I know me. I'll probably freak out, and you got to keep it together, be cool, maybe even get to play the drums and be the second generation of Fowlers to get to play drums in an arena. So that one would be for my dad. It would be pretty sick. I'm wearing his old, he did this crop top on this Jack Daniels t-shirt, and I don't know, it's a lot, so I wore an undershirt with it. Pretty cool though. Definitely an old school little vibe. Lots of plans today. If there's lots of plans, that means there's lots of work. So luckily we'll be able to get to work later and make some money. And yesterday was a bit off. I did this comedy show. Where was it? I don't remember. Up in Mira Mesa, and it was sort of hectic. And then they did a roast battle for $100, and I ended up. My jokes were pretty good. I got a lot of laughs, and on my last joke, I didn't get any laughs at all because it was kind of a corny joke. I just thought of it outside the bar, and probably should have just riffed up something. But my opponent in the round said, "On 3, everybody boo," and then they booed, and he won. I said, "This is bullshit." So I left and I went back to work, and then I went over to the Madhouse and I did a comedy set, and I'm working on this new bit where I kind of start off with an accent for no reason, and then I was inspired by this guy I saw on Instagram. He did this foreign sort of, I'm from a country that doesn't really exist. He sounded like a Borat or like a Hey Arnold's uncle or dad. I can't remember his relationship, but he's got the fake. Like, where is this? Is this a sort of the kind of Swedish? It's a very, it's a sort of that thing. And then so what I've been doing is sort of just going up and talking like this. I've just been using this Irish accent because it's kind of fun. It suits me, my personality, and there's certain words in the dialects that I have to work on because I don't think anybody says dialect, and it's so I can do the vegan joke, and then I do this three-way joke with that accent, and then I tell them I'm from Connecticut and I drop the accent, which is pretty funny. So yeah, I'm from a little village called Stamford, Connecticut. Yeah, hey, what's up? It's kind of fun. It's a nice little switch up because nobody expects it, and so the more I do it, the more authentic I feel. I just need to hang out with more Irish people because real Irish people hate that accent. I remember I was in Dublin. It's probably 9:30 in the morning. I was pitch black on Guinness, just running around skipping. I was definitely skipping. Yelling, "Top of the morning to you!" to moms and their little strollers. And shield your eyes, Jimmy. Don't look at him. It'll taint your soul. And so my apologies to all those moms out there, but all those kids are probably cool. So that was fun. Ireland was sick. I loved Ireland. That was so much fun. Went to the Guinness factory. Poured my very first pint ever there. It was the first thing I ever poured on tap was a beer from the Guinness factory when I was 21. That was sick. Yeah, standing on top of that little spire in the middle of Dublin, looking over the city. Went to Lake Glendalough. It was beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Just felt really at home with my ancestors. If that makes sense. It was like the first time I ever felt that as a white person. I don't really have like a lot of cultural history, but I went back there and I was like, oh, these woods feel special. Walking through this graveyard from the 1400s and just realized how old, we are. That was just a taste of humanity, but some of these graves were so awe-inspiring. There was this tower that went 40 feet into the ground and the doorway was 10 feet off the ground, so it was only like the dead, the souls that were lifted off the earth could enter this doorway. I don't know if that's what it means, but that's what I thought when I saw it, and it was pretty cool. So yeah, Ireland was amazing. I loved my time in Europe. That was special. But I like doing the accent. It's fun. I'm telling you though, when you hang out with a real Irish person and you do it in front of them, like they're a little bit taken back because I can kind of do it to like an extent of the way that most people probably couldn't. It's not. I'm not trying to go over the way and do it like a leprechaun and just hello, top of the morning to you, like that seems like a little bit far stretch. But if you just keep it kind of like low key and just sort of like go with the flow, it's just the way that the syllables bounce off each other. Uh, but this is Scottish. Scottish is sort of like this, like you got something stuck in your throat. In your throat. It's fun. Accents are sick, dude. I like them. And I don't know. I like singing. I like doing accents. Vocal work is really fun. It's ironic that I have a stutter and I love to do vocal work. And it's not always. I'm not always I'm not always stuttering. Oh, that was crazy. I hope that gets picked up by Opus. That was fun. All I want for my birthday is an Opus subscription. Oh, that's funny. It's a good time. My fridge sounds like it's leaking, or that's weird. Maybe just I don't know how fridges work. I'm not a mechanic. Anyway, yeah, Texas should be cool. I might get on Kill Tony. That would probably change my life. Not really sure. We'll have to just go with the flow and see what happens. And I think it's too late to get a plane at this point for a New Year's trip there and back. So most likely we're looking at a drive. I talked to my friend Mimi and she said it's about a 19-hour drive from here to Austin. So that's not so bad. It is. It's a long haul. I did 64 hours in 3 days though. So, or wait, I did the whole country in 64 hours, which is wow, really? Holy cow. If you go back on my YouTube channel, there is a video where I crossed the country in 64 hours. How motivated was I? Holy cow, that's insane. Just by myself. I think I got a total of like 13 hours of sleep. 64. I'm just blown away by the fact that I even did that. Dang, that's crazy. And we filmed a BMX video on the way. That was nuts. Wow, what a trip. What a time to be alive. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, you can't see any of this, but I have this fridge full of magnets. And I got magnets and stuff from every country. So here's the little Ireland one. Look at the Irish. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, I had a good time over there for sure. So shouts out to Ireland. Ireland. The best part is when I showed up there. Oh, excuse me. I had, as an American, we have this obscured view of Ireland that they're all just like the heaviest drinkers of all time. And I'm sure that is like true to an extent. But there's this theory that they're just going ham and drinking 24/7. So I showed up at like 10:30 on a Tuesday or something. Excuse me. And I probably got settled into my hostel around like 11:30, and all the bars were not serving alcohol. The stores wouldn't serve me alcohol. Nothing was open to consume alcohol at all at like midnight. in Ireland, in all of Dublin. And there was one little place you had to pay $45 to go into a little basement venue to drink with probably 18-year-olds, and just looked awful. And so I said no. I literally had to wait a whole day to get a little shot of Jameson. I thought I was about to, celebrate my little Irish adventure, and nope. Because there's a Family Guy clip where he pulls in on a runway full of beer cans, and oh, yeah, that's not the case as it seems. Hey, shouts out to Dark Hills. What's going on? Thank you so much for tuning in. You know what's funny? If you say beer can with an English accent, it's the same as saying bacon with a Jamaican accent. Because I don't want this YouTube channel to get taken down. I will let you do it at home. Anyway, that's for you guys. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Can't believe it. We turned 30 years old. If you would like to support the channel, send me a little birthday, something my way. There is a little link in the description. Thank you so much for being my friends and being here and being my subscribers. If you want to share these videos and tell your friends that we are out here doing this every day, appreciate you tuning in. We're rocking, we're rolling, baby. And this is it. This is the very first Friday episode because, like I was saying, Thursday was just absolutely jam-packed yesterday. There's a plane overhead, so cheers. Oh, it's one of those things, I got booked on this show tonight, and I didn't realize the dude, and like the other part of the dude in the flyer is this wild man, an OB, who's basically banned from every single establishment here in my little town. I'm pretty sure he beat the living life out of his wife. She is alive, but that dude is absolutely crazy. And I had to follow him last night talking about some of the worst jokes I've ever seen. And yeah, probably going to happen again tonight. So hopefully I can go first because I'm doing 15 minutes. And really do not want to follow that guy's 15 minutes. It's going to be really hard to like work them over. So we'll see what happens. It's the name of the game. Just got to keep rolling with these punches. Hello, little bug. Little bug flying around. Just a little fly exploring the world. Oh, it's fun. Yeah, we are here. We're doing this. We're live. Appreciate you tuning in. I don't really have a lot of subject material to bring up today. I could go into what we're doing in the comedy world. Could jot down our sets from last night just to keep track and make sure that everything's on board. I reached out to a bunch of different people about getting... Oh, I have to send this in the mail. That is definitely something I have to do today. So shouts out to this book for... Hold on, I almost left this book in the club the other night. I'm just leaving it everywhere these days. All right, so if we're going to do this by math, that means... Let's see. Tuesday was December 5th. That means Wednesday was... There was no Laugh Factory. Did I do anything else, though? I feel like it might have just been Madhouse. Not really sure. And then there's this place. Yeah, so... Okay, we got 12-6. We were at the Madhouse Comedy Club, and then we got 4. That was 425 actually. So then 426. $426 was at, if that was Wednesday, then that was Thursday. Thursday first we did the, what was the name of that place? I really don't even remember. It was a weird name. Like O. Gregory's or something. Wonder if there's any way to even check this. My phone is dying at an alarming rate. Oh boy. You ever just fight your phone? Just trying to fight the battery, I know you can do it. I believe in you. Alright, 10 following. Let's go ahead and click on this guy. And, oh man, I don't even have the... Hello, little bug. I didn't post the flyer for the name of that place. I just went. I think it was in my story. Oh, man. It's on my computer. Oh, man, there's no way to know. All right, I'm going to leave that blank for a second. Just put the date. So that's 12/7. And then 4/27 was also that night. .4/27 took place on 12/7 at the Madhouse. So then tonight, that means it's 4/28. All right, cool. That'll be fun. I always leave the date blank just in case something crazy happens. I don't end up going. Time to scribble it out. Another plane. Cheers, baby. Working our way through this. Don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going there. Skinny wiener. And I miss you. Alright. Wow, 428 times doing comedy. That's so crazy. In theory, if there's like, let's see, 23 days, 22 days, today's the 8th, right? Yeah, today's the 8th, so we're 22 days away from the 30th, which is the first show. So if I did a set every day, that'd be like 450, probably 450 plus. So wild. Yeah, it could be my 450 going up. Cool, 45.0. Wow, more planes. Holy cow. We're just working our way through. This is kind of cool too. There's like a whole bunch of stuff on this wall. I'd love to show you. I'm not taking everything down, but there is this. It's like so there's a pin. Got this in Texas the first time I went for Texas Toast, this little BMX contest, and then there's this really cool portrait that somebody drew of me while I was doing comedy one night. And I like this one a lot, actually. That's a fun picture. Maybe my beard looked like a young Santa Claus, which is pretty fun. I wonder if we could like put that up here. It doesn't want to stay. That was the problem I had last time with this. Maybe just put it up. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Anyway, so this is a cool little, this is me. There we go, that's something. I do like this little, this might have started my little magnet collection. There's so many magnets. I love magnets. That's absolutely it, yeah. Yeah, that is kind of a fun little idea. Oh boy, my cat's outside exploring the world right now. Sounds like he misses me. I miss him too. I love my little kitty cat man. My little mans. And yep, that's it. We just keep on going, keep on pushing, keep on living, keep on trying to thrive, baby. Just I have to go to the pawn shop here in a little bit to sell this microphone. Well, I'm just pawning it. I want to buy it back, but I have to do something to make the last final payment on my rent because I'm almost there. I almost made the rent. I'm really close. I just, I need to do what I have to do. So that's it. We're just going to go ahead and get that done. And there's lots of little things around here that might slowly say goodbye. But it'd be nice to not have to say goodbye to them, just to make enough money to live, and then maybe make enough money to live in somewhere nice and put all the stuff somewhere where it could belong properly without clustering up the space. I think that'd be really cool. And maybe one of these days it'll happen. So I just got to keep believing in myself and my dream, and maybe one of these days we might actually make it. Ooh, that'd be kind of fun. Be the youngest Santa ever. Oh boy, I don't want to get on a list or anything. And I definitely don't want to check it twice. That's fine. Ha ha ha, that was pretty funny actually. I'm very proud of that one. More planes. rock and roll, man. Yeah, so we're doing stuff. We're here. We're live. We got old guest list server packets. Oh boy, the next one on this little guest checklist is pretty scary. I'm not even gonna say it out loud, but check it out. That's a dark thing right there. Oh boy, could be kind of cool. I don't know. I have to do 15 minutes tonight, so I kind of have to put together like a string of jokes in a way that I think it'll work. So without giving away basically any information at all, probably go. I'll do the accent, which does a couple of jokes there, which leads into where I'm from, which talks about my dad, which I could bring into politics, switch that up to religion, or probably not religion yet, probably go politics to a girl, a couple of girls, talk about that for a while, and then go into religion, and then segue out of it in my 2 minutes into like a couple of last jokes. So yeah, I can do 15 pretty easy. It's just wild. That's great. I do it in the car all the time. That's why I like doing, I'll have a 20-minute ride. They're like, can you do comedy? And then I think to myself, I don't know, can I do 20 minutes? Let's find out. And then you just go for it. It's really fun. So when it works, it's so cool. The acoustics in my little car are so great. People just, the laughter's just bouncing off the walls, quite literally. Even if it's just two people having a great time. And then when you bomb, you just feel the silence so heavily. It's so silent. Can't even turn up the radio. There's no way out. It's kind of fun. Oh, I like it. And there's really not too many people doing that in the scene. I'm one of the only people that, for instance, yesterday at the Laugh Factory, I found out. Well, wait, what was this question? That is actually super relevant to this. Do they have open mic at the Laugh Factory? So they've had open mic for quite a while at this point. I've been doing it. I actually, according to my list, I did a tracker check of how many times I did it. So I've been at the Laugh Factory, I think 37 times, and 3 of those were real shows. I got paid to do the Laugh Factory back in January, which was awesome. That was my first check in comedy, and so they just canceled the open mic. It is kind of all the places to go, it's a wild one because it's just comics. So to do well there, you really have to shine through. And I've had my moments here and there, but it's definitely been few and far between, and it's something you really, really have to work towards. So yeah, that's not even like an opportunity anymore. So now Wednesdays are down to, one less mic in San Diego. I never ended up getting the showcase. I got a call back twice, I think, and then never made it to the finals. So it happens. I was pretty early in the game when they gave me a 5-minute opportunity. I have not, because I don't really have like the ability to just drive up to Hollywood anymore. There was a point a couple of years ago where I just went up to Hollywood on a whim, went up to LA to kick it for a day or two, and now I don't really have that opportunity. Gas is so crazy. Gas has literally doubled in like the last couple of years. So now that same trip, it used to cost $20, costs like $40-$50, and it's not like fiscally responsible to just go up and do that for without having a purpose or a game plan. So I love Los Angeles, but it's just one of those things. The question is, can you be a rideshare driver up there? So yes and no, because I can pick up somebody in San Diego and take them to Los Angeles, but they changed the way the system works. Like, I used to be able to drive all of California. So I'd drive up to go see this girl in Santa Cruz, and I could have the app on the whole way and then come back down. And now if I leave San Diego County, I can't even turn on the app to make money. So if I left to go to LA, I'd have to get all the way back to San Diego County, so like Oceanside, and then I'd be able to turn it on, which is just, it's so ridiculous. You know, they want you to take people all the way out and then just not be able to work at all. So that's really frustrating. Um, I don't know. It's just hard to make it. I just stay in San Diego and I try to make tips. You know, tips really come in handy. Been letting people know I'm just saving up for Kill Tony, just trying to get up. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, right? It's a nutty thing. Not to mention, I only make 35% of whatever you pay for your ride. So you pay $100, I make $30. It's not like, well, 35. That was a really bad example of a percentage if I used $100. Still get it wrong. Real deal, it feels like that though. I might as well be getting less, and but then if you leave a tip, you know, it's cool. And what really bothers me is people that say like, "Oh, yeah, you're such a great driver. I'm gonna tip you so fat. You were awesome," and then they don't tip you. Just tell me to go kick rocks and like punch me in the face. I had 4,507 rides by the time I called it, so 500 more until 5,000, so that the app can be like 5,000. Nice. Anyway, back to work. You're like, all right, thanks for the sticker. You know what's funny? Excuse me. You might appreciate this. Like excuse me. Oh my gosh. Woo. We're fumigating. Anyway, so the little emblem, the little light up emblem that goes on your dashboard that lights up, and mine broke years ago. And so I've been messaging them every once in a while. Hey, can I have a new one? And they say we don't reissue new ones. We don't reissue or replace. We only give new ones out. It's like, okay, can I have a new one? And they're like, no, you don't qualify. It's like, this is all I do. And it's such a cool little thing. It says their name, like a little robot thing when it comes across the screen. And yeah, they just won't replace it because they're pieces of garbage. And it's a terrible company. And yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not a fan. But it's what I have right now. I'm putting in resumes every day all over town and nobody cares. Nobody cares. So, whatever, man. You know, you gotta stick to it. My mom said I'm always being a sourpuss on here. I'm just like, I feel sorry for me. That's not how I want you to feel at all. I'm just letting you know how it feels to be me. And, like, I'm trying to get a job, and if I'm not getting calls back, I feel like Pam in The Office when she goes to work for the Michael Scott Company. She puts in resumes at like Target and Walmart, and no one's giving her calls. It's like, okay, well, this is a weird economy, you know. So I'm trying my best, and this is the job that I have available. Dude, I've worked dispensaries, man. It's not all the glitz and glamour as it seems. Like when I first, it was actually kind of fun. I never talked about this on the pod before, but back in the day when I first started being a driver, my first weed delivery job. See, I was probably 20, 21 here in town, and I first of all, we worked out of like a residential house. All the deliveries. So there was a storefront, which is now Golden State Greens. If you go to that place, like that's what that is now. Used to be Point Loma Patient Consumer Co-op. That's when I worked there. I know it's a mouthful, but it's fun. Point Loma Patient Consumer Co-op, and so that is when it was medicinal. I had to check everybody's records upon driving there, but here's the thing: I was in like a '95 Buick Century. This thing was all paddy wagoned out with like a purple velvet interior. No middle seat, just like it was just a little boat. This thing was so much fun to drive, and they would do dabs in the back in the parking lot and just get me absolutely, firework 4th of July up, and then have me go drive in my own car with. If I got basically if I got pulled over, it was like a crime, and I would just go deliver, cannabis to these people, and then remember my mom. This is such a funny story, but she asked me. Like, anybody's ever worked a job will appreciate this, but she asked me to request, I believe it was the 18th of December to the 4th of January off. So 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 1, 2, 3, 4. All those days. And my job messaged me back, and they're like, "Yeah, dude, you can have those days off because you're like we just like yeah, just you can have them, but don't come back because you don't work here anymore." And I told my mom that, and she's like, "Oh, good. That means you can stay for the holidays." And I said, "Mom, I lost my job," and she was not on the same boat as me. She's like, "Well, you shouldn't be working there anyway." Just anyway, so that was fun. And then a couple years later, they became Golden State Greens, and then I got rehired there because they changed their name and they're dumb, and they just rehired me. And I won this contest. I was their best salesman by far. I was the best salesman on the floor, 100%. And they had a contest that was the prize was pretty minimal. It was an ounce, $100, and like a bag or something. So I won by a lot, and they fired me off of like being late one time, which is kind of wild. And then my manager, we were both at the same bar one night, and he was pretty faded. So he told me, hey, like that contest, you were supposed to win. My boss told me to tell you that you won fourth, and that you didn't get anything, but you totally won that, dude. And so can I get the prize? And he's like, I'll see what I can do. And he never did anything. So that guy sucks. That whole establishment sucks, and they're millions of dollars in debt. So, yeah, I don't know. I would literally go to any other dispensary. It's fun. Yeah, my mom's a good lady. I love my mama. Shouts out. She is a real one. Yeah, I'm not even really sure how long we've been doing this today. It was kind of fun. I think we're probably reaching some kind of like hour marker. I think I started at like 1:54. So we're here at the end of the line. We're climaxing up in here at the Galactic Seabass podcast. I do appreciate you guys being with me here today. And we do what we gotta do. 42, man. 42. Thanks for the heads up, doggy. Real deal, it seems like you're the only one that's kind of like in tune with this. One day we're about to blow up. You're gonna be like, I knew that guy, which is kind of fun. So thank you very much. Shouts out. Let me know, what is it that you want to know about me, or this channel, or an adventure, or a story, or a question, or a piece of advice, or like anything at all that I could kind of riff off of for a little bit. What is it that's on your mind, brother? I would love to be able to give you something back, and I'm gonna grab something off the counter right here, so don't mind me. Skibidi-bidi-bidi-bidi-boo. Doodle-doo-doo-doo-doo. Skibidi-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Do-do-do-do-do. Skibidi-doo-doo-doo-doo. All right. So I was a Pampers baby when I was a little kid. I really need some pictures of me I gotta ask my mom for that this Christmas. And, I was like, blah, blah, blah. I was a pretty good baby, I'm not gonna lie. And I don't know, I like commercials. I think, I hate them. I hate watching them. I think like they're fun. I think watching a funny one is silly. I'd rather watch a parody commercial like Saturday Night Live or something like that. And, yeah, definitely. I don't know. Give me an example of what you like. I don't know. I could probably sell anything. So like, there's certain kind of voices that you can do to like establish a mood. Like a mood. This is a classic trailer for a movie coming this summer. Coming this summer. There's just different kind of things in that regard, or just like, I don't know, like just the kind of pep you put into it. I like my favorite part of you ever watch like one of those medical commercials, and it's like, do you sometimes feel back pain? Like, try chloroflexicol. Like, with chloroflexicol can help alleviate back pain in your day-to-day life, causing you the ability to live stress-free without pain. And then it's a bunch of people like happily, blissfully just prancing around in a field, and its side effects of chlorhexidine may include diarrhea, heartburn, stomachache, diarrhea, death, cancer, loss of limbs, loss of vision, upset stomach, nausea, loss of consciousness, texting your ex, driving drunk. Just like all these crazy, um, all these great, like, and they're all just happy and smiling and dancing. And then at the end, it's like, talk to your doctor about whether you should use Glarexapal. And it's just, no, you shouldn't do that if that's the side effect. Like, you're just trying to. I love when one of the side effects is the thing that it's trying to alleviate, like it's for heartburn. And then it's like, side effects may include heartburn. And you're like, what am I doing here? And it was like, yes, I was a Pampers baby at some point in time. I'm not sure if I can IMBD that, but that was part of my repertoire. And I want to get this thing going. Huzzah! Huzzah! That's how we do it, baby, up in here in the 619. From that 203. Does 203 go into 6? That would be so cool. Go 609. That would be so neat. Then again, nothing goes into 19. It is a number with, it's a prime number. That's kind of fun. Prime. What's the biggest prime number? I don't know. Probably something odd. That was the best joke of the podcast. I can't believe I said that. That was awesome. Oh, I'm so glad this is documented. I'm very proud. I'm very proud of this moment. Okay, so. No, I was definitely a baby when I was in the commercial. It wasn't like a. It wasn't like a recent thing. That'd be pretty odd if I was in a modern day Pampers commercial for adults. I don't think that would be very cool. I really don't know. I would like to be really more involved. One of my goals when I moved here was I wanted to be in a feature film. I really wanted to be in a movie. That was a huge ambition of mine. So hopefully, like in the near future, that we're able to do that, because I'd really like the opportunity to be able to just put myself on the screen. I want to see myself in the credits and just know that, like, I came to California and I was in a movie. I don't think it's that impossible, especially, like, with what I've been doing in my bike stunts. And I'm glad I kind of phased out of, like, trying to be a pro bike rider, because it's too tough and there's no money. That's the first part. But then, there's so much more that you can do with that. Like, it's a very unique skill that I have where I can play my guitar while surfing on my bike. There's not a lot of people in the world that can do that, especially to, like, the skill level that I have with it. So I want to be able to, like, do that. Like, if I want to do a commercial, I'd love to do the bike surf thing, dude. That'd be sick. Get me on set, give me a proper road, and, like, let me do my thing. Sounds awesome. I don't know who that is. I don't know who. I don't know who that is. But if you want to send them this video and tell them that you recommend me. That's the worst wank ever. That'd be sick. This is what we do. Oh boy, that's gonna fall down. You ever look on the roof and just see a huge spider and you're like, yeah, not today. Not doing that. Nope. And you just go out and keep on moving. Just try to forget about it. And this noise is scaring me. Why are you all squeaky? Oh boy. Nope, we're not doing this. Nope. Nope. Scary. Making scary sounds. Then I'm listening to me, dance for me, living dead girl. What are you thinking about? Okay, cool. I don't really know what that is, but I will look into that more. I have a laptop charger that I'm borrowing from my neighbor right now for a little bit, so should be able to go ahead and rock that. Yeah, man, it's been fun. I've done a lot of things over the years, man. Made an album, made a movie, made paintings, rode BMX bikes, started doing comedy, learned to surf, became a photographer, started a YouTube channel, slayed bad. Yeah. But yeah, I did. And then, Yeah, I don't know. It's been fun. It's been cool. So I would absolutely love to go ahead and be a part of like some kind of a new adventure. I'm 30 now. This is like the new forefront. This is the beginning of like a new era. So I'd love to be able to be committing my time to something that's going to pay off with, future payouts. I want to work really hard towards something I can look back on and all that. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, the Burning Man videos were fun. Can't believe we even went. And that girl in 2018, Clara, made it so insufferable. Oh my gosh, you go rewatch that. Go see how many times I'm like I low key diss her throughout those videos. I know we spent a lot of time together, but she was the most irritating person ever, dude. I don't know if I've ever talked about this, but check it out. So I'm about to just talk smack. I don't even care. That girl sucked. So we are like trying to pack up for camp, and there's this guy there all week. She's been oogly boogly over this dude David or whatever his face is, and I'm driving. She got a DUI like a couple weeks beforehand, so I had to do all of the driving. We were supposed to split it. She also didn't pay her. At this point, she hadn't paid for her ticket. It's just like, she's just like, oh no, I'm stressed. Like, oh, I got a DUI, blah. And so, I do all the work. We get there, and now we're leaving, and she's like, David lost his backpack. We have to go find it. And I'm like, I don't care. Like this, I literally don't care. I want to go home. And so she's like, we have to go. And so we go to the box office, and she finds this dude's backpack. Like, okay, cool. That was fun. Great job. And so now we're going home. We make our way, like halfway. It takes like 9 hours to get out. I have to be like awake and drive the whole time. By the time we get out, it's like another 12 hours to, I don't even know where we're going, like Santa Barbara or something. Who cares? San Luis Obispo. San Luis, like, oh, this bis is a hoe. Like, that's more like it. And, anyway, so this stupid floozy, like, is in my car, and we're, halfway back. So I've been driving for 10 hours at this point. I was like, do you want to order some food? And so we ordered Chinese food from this place, and, ends up being a restaurant that was like 20 minutes behind us. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not going there. I'm not picking up that food. And she's like, I've worked in the service industry. I am not going to let them make the food and not let the... And so we go back and get the food. Like, okay, great, dandy, fine. Make our way back. Finally, we're like all the way. I've driven for like 15 to 16 hours at this point. We make it to this colonial mansion in San Luis Obispo. Right? This beautiful home. And I get there, I'm like, all right, let's go inside. And I swear to you, this lady's like, my new neighbor, I don't really know my new roommates. Like, I'm not really that comfortable with them. Like, can you just like sleep in the car? Dead serious. And so I'm like, I'm so tired at this point. I just think, okay, all right, yeah, sure. And so I just like passed out in the car, and I woke up in the morning, and I really had to go to the bathroom. I'm not in a, like, I just finished Burning Man. I need a bed, and look, I always get angry when I think about this stupid lady. Like, and so finally I call her. I'm like, can I please come in and use the bathroom, please? Like, and she's like, I'm taking a shower. I'll be out in a minute. And then, like, I'm in a really nice neighborhood. I can't pee anywhere. Like, just, there's old ladies walking their dogs and stuff. It's ridiculous. And so there's a plane I'm cheersing. Not for this lady, though, because she's insufferable. And so, anyway, finally she gets outside. Or no, she calls me, says, I'll be out there in a minute. I figure she's going to let me in and use the bathroom. No, she comes out, hey, let's go to Starbucks. And I was like, what? I'm like, she's like, yeah, there's a bathroom there that you can use. I'm like, let me use the bathroom. But at this point, it's just like, I should have just dipped out a long time ago. Went to the Starbucks, used the bathroom like a homeless person. It was so sad. Like, because I'm just dusty and dirty, and all I want is like just to wash my hands, like clean my face, and like I have to use the restroom, and I just feel disgusting. And then I get out there, and she orders like all this food and gets like a big coffee, and then she goes, I forgot my wallet. Can you get it for me? And I ended up having to get this girl's food, still not having paid for her burn ticket, having like made me drive her all the way back home by myself, then not letting me sleep inside like a like some kind of vagrant. Yeah, this girl's the worst person ever. I hope everything she does falls apart, and I hope she lives a terrible life. Like, wow, I haven't thought about that in a while, but you got me going there, brother. Yeah, hey Clara, fuck you. Like, I'll demonetize my video just to say that. Yeah, absolutely terrible lady. Terrible, terrible woman. I'll send her this video and just be like, hey, you should forward to this part of it. Wow. Yeah, so go rewatch those and you can see all like the low key disses I give her throughout the week because she's just rude and mean and not very nice. So, I hope she has a lot of bad days. They say like shouldn't wish, like ill upon anybody, but who cares? What a mean thing to do. She didn't let me use the bathroom and then took a fat shower. Wow, I haven't thought about that in a while. That's like one of the like rudest things. Yeah, I'm glad I've made money from those videos and I've never given her a cent. I hope she gets another DUI. That's pretty funny. Wow. Okay, well you really got me going there and then just blanked out of the chat, so that was pretty fun. But anyway, like there were some good times in that burn video. Like I love my Burning Man family. I love all my Tahoe people. Shouts out to Kayla and everybody that's like come through. And I ended up getting to go the next year with my friend Kayla. Like I'm not gonna say her last name for privacy, but like she's one of my best friends, and not the Reno Kayla. I have two friends named Kayla who are good friends of mine. One's in Reno, one's in Santa Cruz, and so, yeah, Santa Cruz Kayla, we went the next year, and we had a really, really, really fun time. And there's only one little video on my channel from it because my battery or my camera, like, died. Like, not even the battery died, just the camera broke on the way up there. And so I had no way to film. And we filmed a whole little video on this little, like, Ashton Kutcher quick pick thing. And then at the end, the next year, I ended up going with... I didn't go in 2020 because of COVID. And then 2021, I went... Was that really that year? What year is it? When did I... What? Did I go either year? Did I go 2021? I don't think I went 2021. I went 2022. Because I went with Hannah. And that was a lot. That's a lot of material now that I do on stage. It's funny. What a trip. What a trip. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't go in the mud year. Hey Josh, what's our time marker at? Just curious. Really like to know. So I think we're probably gonna go past the hour. If I go past an hour, then I can't do like this free clip promo thing. I'll have to pay for it, and I'm willing to do that, but I'd prefer not to. So, just let me know what's going on, brother Maine. 58. Oh shit. That's it. We're saying peace and love to this one. All right, rock and roll down the hatch. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Galactic Seabass channel. My name is Sebastian, and this is the Galactic Seabass podcast. I will be your host now, forever, and always. Thank you so much for tuning in, rock and rolling with me. Shouts out to my little dog and cat family who lives here. Shouts out to Andy and Ollie. Shouts out to my mom and my brothers. And shouts out to all my subscribers out there. If you like this video, please like it and show me that love and hit the subscribe button. Share this with your friends. Let them know what's going on. We're doing this every Thursday except for this one. And thank you so much for being here for podcast 30. I am Sebastian Fowler, the host of the Galactic Seabass channel, and I really appreciate you tuning in today for this adventure. We got lots more adventures to go. Tune in next Thursday for another one. We're going to have our friend Phil Overbeck on the podcast. It's going to be a super fun time. Local comedian heading off to a brand new adventure in Nashville, Tennessee. In the meantime, I hope that I will see you again. So thank you so much for being here with me, my friends. Appreciate you. My name is Sebastian. They call me Seabass, and we're rock and rolling, brother. All right. Appreciate you very much. God bless, and best of luck. Best of luck in all your endeavors, my friends. All right, we're going to go ahead and try to hit this thing before an hour so we can get viral clips going on the internet. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name's Seabass. Thanks for rock and rolling on the Galactic Seabass podcast, episode 30. End transmission. Peace and love. Do, 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 do.